Alright, so I've got a bit of an update on the oil, kind of. Not really. Well, it's an update in the sense that everything is as it was. The lights have not reappeared, and I've done about 8 hours driving since the last time I saw one. I've been driving pretty hard in places. There's been no issues. It's definitely been hot. Like, it's been, I don't know, 23 degrees outside. So I don't think it's temperature related. Not a clue. So I mean, the only comment that I would make on this stuff coming out the dipstick now that I've seen it in the daytime is it looks pretty thin. So that might have had something to do with it. In terms of permanently remedying it, the car needs an oil change at some point anyway, so that's going to get done in the next few days, and maybe I'll just put, an oil with a lower viscosity in there. But yeah, so the oil light went on, and I'm pretty pleased that I didn't just call the AA and get it towed to a mechanic. Even though there are clearly some underlying issues, I think in this case it turned out the best scenario was just to keep going and hope for the best. Your mileage will definitely vary. This is not like a one-size-fits-all suggestion for everyone. Like, when your lights come on, you do need to pay attention and usually react appropriately. But on this occasion, it seems like I got lucky, and I've had a pretty successful trip. Anyway, best of luck if you're having a problem with your oil pressures. Fingers crossed you get it all sorted. So, do you ever have those days where, you're driving along and you're having a great time, and then someone comes past their McLaren and just ruins it all? Oh, it's a beautiful car, and those tyres are massive, and those lines, but I was also not impressed with this Fiat Freedom that just sort of pulled in front and totally ruined my view. Whatever, you can't have everything, but in lieu of everything, I'd take a McLaren. Goodness me. So check out what I just found outside the supermarket in Keswick. Unless I'm very much mistaken, that is a TVR Cigaris. And when I was in high school, I swore that was going to be my first car. I was like, it doesn't matter how long it takes, I would rather wait, save up, and afford one of these than get some sort of crummy, yep, there's the badge, then get some sort of crummy Ford Fiesta or whatever. Unfortunately, I drastically overestimated my patience in adulthood, and I'm still waiting on the TVR. Man, this thing is gorgeous though. Anyway, perks of Keswick, I guess. Hey, alright, so a bit of an update on the oil light. Okay, so I changed the oil and filter last night, so that's all good, new oil's in. Previously the oil light hadn't come on for 2 days, did maybe 400 miles without seeing it. After I changed the oil and started driving it today, it's been popping on and off intermittently, with increasing frequency in the last half an hour or so. I mean, as I'm recording now, I don't know if I'm imagining it, but it seems like it comes on more during right turns. I guess we'll find out here. So it's definitely not an oil change / filter thing, or at least that's not the entire problem. It could mean, well, you know what, I'm not entirely sure. There's no symptoms, I guess it's important to mention at this point. The engine sounds fine, other than the stupid noises it was making since I've had it long before any oil lights came on. There's no clattering or banging or knocking yet. Touch wood. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna keep going and see what happens. I think I've got a spare oil pressure sensor in the boot from a previous car that I had. So if I'm lucky, that will fit, and I'd be able to eliminate another potential cause of the problem. I mean, I don't know if that would be a likely issue, the sensor, but it's always worth checking this stuff out. So And besides, the sensor was like £5, and you know, trying to replace the bearings on an engine is significantly more than that. So if I can, I'm going to go with the pressure sending unit. By the way, I don't think it's like... There it is. So based on me pulling away from the roundabout there, you might be tempted to, you know, accuse it of being load related, because that was under acceleration, but similarly it's been popping on and off when I've been sitting at about 2,000 revs doing 50 miles an hour. So I don't know what to tell you, but keeping you updated. Engine's still running anyway. I mean, this is like 1,000 miles since it originally popped on, so I think if there was a serious Sorry, it's been a long day. If there was a serious oil pressure issue, then I think the engine would have died a long time ago. It's, as I understand it, it's pretty unlikely that you can run for significant distances once the pressure has actually dropped. I guess the next thing on my list to do, if the sensor change doesn't work, is maybe just try using a thicker oil, see if that helps, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm not losing any sleep over it because obviously the car is still running fine, which is the main thing. And also, like, currently I'm on the way to sell the alloys that came with the car. The car came with two sets of wheels. One was a set of 16-inch alloys and one was a set of steels. I've now got the steel wheels on the car and I'm going to sell the alloys. So, you know, like, if I wanted to sell this car as parts, then I'd have my money back no problem, whether the engine was about to seize or not. So it's not really a financial concern either. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no load there, there's no high revs, no corners, no significant bumps, gradients. So, no idea. I mean, hopefully it goes off again, rather than... Yeah, okay, so it's gone. I mean, happily, if it's, like, fairly frequent that it comes on and off, it will be more easy to... By the way, check out that sunset. It's pretty sweet. If the light wasn't coming on frequently, then it would be harder to diagnose, but as it is, I think there's a decent chance of being able to tell whether a potential solution has fixed the problem. If the light, you know, continues to pop on and off, it'll be easier to note if it's disappeared. Anyway, updates to follow. I hope you're having a great day, and fingers crossed.